Hello my dear friends, welcome to the YouTube channel Math Skill. Let's learn mathematics together. The aim of this channel is to help students overcome the fear of math by learning the concepts clearly. In this session, let's discuss about the chapter Quadratic Equations, and the numerical what we are going to solve is a statement problem from third exercise. The numerical is in a class test. The sum of Shefali's marks in mathematics and English is 30. Had she got 2 marks more in math and 3 marks less in English, the product of their marks would have been 210. Find her marks in the two subjects. This numerical is a part of CBSE as well as NCERT for 10th standard mathematics. I am your trainer Venkatesh K. Now let us see how to solve the problem. I have noted down the given problem wherein, as discussed earlier, this is a part of quadratic equations chapter. We will have to find the Shefali's marks in two subjects, that is mathematics and English, wherein the sum of the marks what she has scored is 30. Condition is if she had scored 2 marks more in mathematics and 3 marks less in English, the product of the marks would have been 210. With satisfying this particular condition, we will have to find the marks of Shefali in both mathematics and also English. The problem is related to Shefali, a student writing an exam in two subjects, that is mathematics as well as English. By satisfying this particular condition, we will have to find the marks scored by Shefali. So for that, we will have to assume marks scored by either in mathematics or in English as x to build the quadratic equation. Now let us begin the problem by assuming the number of marks scored by Shefali in mathematics as x. That is, Shefali's marks in maths be x is the assumption. If mark scored in mathematics is x, then number of marks scored in English would be 30 minus x. Why? Because together whatever marks Shefali has scored in math as well as English both put together is 30. If we have assumed one of the entity as x, then the other marks, the marks in English would be 30 minus x. Also, coming to the next condition, that is if she had got 2 marks more in mathematics, number of marks scored by Shefali if she had scored 2 marks more in mathematics, because we have assumed the initial number of marks what she had scored as x, then assuming that she has scored 2 marks more, then the number of marks in mathematics would be x plus 2. Also, the second condition is related to the number of marks scored in English, assuming that if it is 3 marks lesser in English, then we have already found out the number of marks found out in English as 30 minus x. If 3 marks are lesser than these many number of marks, then number of marks in English is 30 minus x minus 3. So 30 minus 3 is 27. 27 minus x is the number of marks what she would be scoring if she had got 3 marks lesser in English. Now, what is to be done with these particular two entities what we have just found out as x plus 2 and 27 minus x is the conclusion of the condition what he is saying, that is the product of the marks would have been 210. The product of which two entities? That is the 2 marks more in math and 3 marks less in English. So these two we will have to multiply to equate it to 210. That is x plus 2 into 27 minus x is equal to 210. Now, in order to simplify, let's multiply x with both the terms and also multiply 2 with both the terms to open the bracket, that is it's a distributive rule. So x multiplied by 27 is 27x. Also plus x into minus x is minus x square, plus 2 into 27 is 27 2s are 54, plus into minus is minus, 2 into x is 2x equals to 210 as it is. So let us now transpose this plus 210 towards the LHS. It would become minus 210. And also let's rearrange the terms of the LHS by starting with the highest exponent in x, that is the x square term to be the first term, that is minus x square plus 27x minus 2x plus 54 minus 210. Upon transpose, plus 210 has become minus 210. Now let us add and subtract the like terms. So for x square there is no other like term, so minus x square as it is, plus 27x minus 2x is plus 25x, plus 54 minus 210 is minus 156 equals 0. Since we have a negative sign for the x square term, so before starting the further step to find out the value of x, let's divide by minus 1 on both LHS and RHS, so that we are removing this minus sign for the x square. That is divided by minus 1 on both LHS as well as RHS. On dividing, minus x square by minus 1 plus 25 by plus 25x by minus 1 minus 156 by minus 1 equals 0 by minus 1. So 0 by minus 1 is 0. Also this minus x square and minus 1, so minus minus will get cancelled, and minus 156 by minus 1 is minus minus will get cancelled, and here we have plus by minus, it will become minus. That is the next step would be x square minus 25x plus 156 equals 0 by minus 1 is 0. Now this equation cannot be simplified further, as we have three terms in terms of x square, 20x, and also the constant term, so which are unlike terms and cannot be simplified further. So on comparing this with the standard form, we see that it is looking like the standard form of a quadratic equation, which is ax square plus bx plus c equals 0. So how can we say that this equation looks like the standard form? Because here we see that the simplified equation contains first term as an x square term, and the standard form also contains an x square term. Second term in the simplified equation is an x term, and here also we see that it is an x term, and third term is a constant term. Therefore it looks like the standard form of quadratic equation. On comparing the coefficients of x square and x, we see that a is equal to, wherever there is a in standard form, here there is no coefficient, which means a is equal to 1. Also wherever there is plus b, here we see that it is minus 25, therefore b is equal to minus 25, and c is equal to 156, that is c is equal to 156 is what we have found out by comparing both the equations. Now let us find out the value of x using quadratic formula. We know that quadratic formula, x is equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac whole divided by 2a. Here, in order to simplify and find the value of x, let us substitute in RHS a is equal to 1, b is equal to minus 25, and c is equal to 156. So on simplification, we see that x is equal to minus of minus 25 plus or minus square root of minus 25 whole square minus 4 into a is 1, b is 156, and whole divided by 2a, a is equal to 1, therefore 2 into 1. So minus of minus 25 is plus 25 plus or minus square root of minus 25 whole square is plus 625, minus 4 into 1 is 4, multiplied by 156 is 624, whole divided by 2 into 1 is 2. That is 625 minus 624 within square bracket, it would become square root of 1, which means x is equal to 25 plus or minus square root of 1 whole divided by 2. Square root of 1 is 1, therefore x is equal to 25 plus or minus 1 whole divided by 2. Since it's a quadratic equation, it can have maximum 2 values of x, that is x is equal to, first term would be 25 plus 1 whole divided by 2, or 25 minus 1 whole divided by 2, which means 25 plus 1 is 26 divided by 2, or 25 minus 1 is 24 divided by 2. 2 ones are 2, 13s are, and 2 ones are 2, 12s are. Therefore, x is equal to 13 or x is equal to 12. Therefore, the required roots of this particular equation, that is x is equal to 13 and x is equal to 12, which means since we had initially assumed the number of marks scored by Shefali in mathematics as x, therefore Shefali would have scored either 13 in mathematics or 12 in mathematics. Now let us find out the number of marks what she has scored in English, because there are two cases here, x is equal to 13 and x is equal to 12. Both have to be considered while finding the number of marks in English. That is, number of marks in English is equal to 30 minus x. If x is equal to 13, therefore number of marks scored by Shefali in English would be 30 minus 13. 30 minus 13 or 30 minus x is equal to 17 marks. That is, if Shefali has scored 13 marks in mathematics, she would have scored 17 marks in English. Or case 2 is, if she has scored 12 marks in mathematics, then number of marks scored in English is 30 minus 12, which is equal to 18. 8. Therefore, to conclude, if Shefali has scored 13 marks in math, then she would have scored 17 marks in English. Or if Shefali has scored 12 marks in mathematics, then she would have scored 18 marks in English. That is, if Shefali has scored 13 in mathematics, then she would end up scoring 17 in English. Or if she has scored 12 in maths, then she would be scoring 18 in English. Thanks for watching the video. Take care.